let's talk about video game foods. Video game foods and collaborations have been around ever since the 80s. And with the evolution of video games as a media, video game foods also evolved with it, giving us some absolutely goated food items. So today we are going to be looking at video game food items and collaborations. The good, the bad, and the what is this? Chef Boyardee Pac-Man Pasta. What were they smoking when they came up with this product? This special edition Pac-Man Pasta came in 3 different flavors: golden chicken, cheese, and mini meatballs. I'm assuming the mini meatballs are supposed to represent the dots from the game, and based on the packaging, the pasta kinda resembles Pac-Man. On the completely opposite side of the spectrum, you had Sonic Forces back in 2017 promoting itself at Hooters restaurants. What the actual? Yeah, if you don't believe me, back in 2017, Sega partnered up with the Hooters restaurant chain in order to promote Sonic Forces. This was done exclusively in Japan, which was definitely a bold choice, given that Sonic was never that popular in Japan. This whole thing goes back to the Tokyo Game Show in 2017, when in promotion of Sonic Forces, Sega announced that they would partner up with Hooters restaurants to add Sonic Forces decorations all over the restaurant, along with a new alcoholic drink called Gin and Sonic. That's funny. They also gave away these nice looking coasters. Pretty cool. I'm guessing that it wasn't really successful though, because how do you make Sonic with Hooters? That just doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're mixing cereal with milk, you're making a lot more sense now. Super Mario Odyssey cereal came out in 2018, which was pretty much a few months after Super Mario Odyssey released. This cereal came out of nowhere on store shelves, but it quickly disappeared due to the fact that people were scalping it. Yeah, no joke. I would understand scalping a PS5 or an Xbox, but a damn cereal box? Really? That was until I got to try the cereal. And man, do I miss this cereal because it was awesome. I remember the cereal having a nice crispy berry flavor with some cool little marshmallows. And if that was not enough, the box also served as an amiibo you could scan in the game. I think all it did was just regain your health, but it's a genius idea, turning the box into something you could use in the game. That's cool. This was only on store shelves for a temporary amount of time, as it ended up getting replaced with a more generic Super Mario cereal. It still had the same flavor though, but it removed the amiibo feature, as well as the Super Mario Odyssey theming. And sadly, Nintendo fully discontinued the cereal by 2019. Come on, Nintendo, bring it back. I better be able to buy that damn cereal when the next Mario game comes out. If not, then you're not invited to my birthday party, Nintendo. And for your information, Spider-Man will be making an appearance, don't you worry. The absolutely immaculate amount of hype that was surrounding Halo 3's release on the Xbox 360 was insane. You had people camping outside of Best Buys in the snow to be able to play this game the minute it came out. And that's not even accounting for the amount of hype the game accumulated through forums and early YouTube. Of course, nowadays internet hype and midnight releases are nothing uncommon, but back in 2007, this was unheard of, which is one of the many reasons why Halo 3 remains such a legendary game years later. So it's no surprise that this game had a lot of promotion for it, including a whole lot of video game food tie-ins and promotions. The most iconic one being Game Fuel. During the Xbox 360 and PS3 era, Mountain Dew launched a little drink called Game Fuel. Basically Mountain Dew but with more caffeine, even though Mountain Dew already had a lot of caffeine. So it's basically a heart attack in a can. But yeah, we ended up getting a Halo 3 version of Game Fuel, which was released on August 13th of 2007 and was only in stores for a short amount of time. This Game Fuel was orange and it tasted like cherry citrus. This was not the last time Halo crossed paths with Game Fuel, as we ended up getting a Halo 4 Game Fuel and the Halo Reach Game Fuel. However, instead of getting a Halo 5 Game Fuel in 2015, we ended up getting a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 one, which was honestly disappointing. But at the same time, who really cared about Halo 5? Come on. But what was really disappointing is that when Halo Infinite released, there was no Game Fuel alongside it. Honestly, kinda sad. That's what I would be saying if they didn't drop these a few months ago. Yes sir, Halo Infinite Game Fuel is a thing, so it's back. Sure, it's not the same heart attack in a can as it used to be, but it's still technically a heart attack in a can, so W. I ain't gonna lie right now, Halo 3 Game Fuel, absolutely legendary. But it's not as good as Sonic G Fuel. Circling back to Sonic the Hedgehog, the Sonic the Hedgehog ice cream bar is one of the most iconic video game food items of all time. And believe it or not, it's been sold since 1995. However, this particular ice cream bar has been through many different changes and additions throughout the years, starting off in 1996 with the Sonic Extreme version. Some of you might have heard of Sonic Extreme before. If not, then that's completely fine. It's a Sonic game that was supposed to release on the Sega Saturn but got cancelled. However, when projects get cancelled very late into production, you end up seeing products that were supposed to coincide with the release ending up on the public market, Sonic Extreme being no different. Since the ice cream bar got a Sonic Extreme edition of the wrapper, there were many different versions of this wrapper, having Sonic and all of them do some sort of like sport, which was an odd move due to the fact that the game being promoted had nothing to do with sports. But I'ma let that slide because the designs look lit. I'm really digging the neon aesthetic they got on here. The next version of the ice cream bar was a lot more different, given the fact that it was supposed to tie in with Sonic Adventure, and in that game Sonic had different colored eyes eyes, going from black to green. And that exact same thing happened with the ice cream bar. It was still the same flavor, but it had a different colored gumball. And as we all know, it's the same one we see to this day. The legacy of the Sonic ice cream bar is unmatched by any other video game food item, as it's been on the market for over 25 years. That is insane. But we all know you can't have Sonic without Mario. Who doesn't love a good old rivalry? And the ice cream bars are no different because there used to be a Mario ice cream bar as well. This one did go out of production in 2003, but it was first released in 1988. This was the Super Mario ice cream bar with a red gumball nose, which ended up getting replaced with a green one. I guess it's supposed to represent Yoshi since it was a Super Mario World version, but it just looks kinda off, you know? They could've just done a separate Yoshi ice cream bar, which I wouldn't complain about. After all, Yoshi is really cool. But whatever, we ended up getting a yellow nose as well, which was really odd. And after that, we never saw the Mario ice cream bar again, no wonder. Score 1 for Sonic, 0 for Mario. Take that. Sonic is finally more successful than you at something. We did it, y'all. But yeah, there's a lot more video game food items and collaborations we could talk about. Remember the Super Mario 3D's gummies? Or the Mega Man E-Tank? And don't even get me started on those little candies that kinda look like a GameCube on the outside. Those were cool. So maybe if we get 1,000 views on this video, I'll talk about some more. But for now, thanks for watching. We're so close to 500 subscribers, just do it. And always remember,
Coke and Fries Halo. The cool thing about Coke and Fries Halo is the design. It looks like Halo. This is to promote their upcoming game Halo 3. To do this, they made Coke and Fries Halo. This is back in 2007 when people consumed a lot of Coke and Fries and liked to play Halo. So they decided to combine them, giving us Coke and Fries Halo.